Gabe made this beat.
Welcome to Say Like a Chap, episode 171. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy. What's good, SLAC family? Welcome back, everybody.
Yes, welcome back. We back in the building. Another Tuesday, another live for your Tuesday tradition. We got folks in the building already. We got moms. Yep. Good evening and happy December. Yeah, it's crazy. It's December already. I think it's 21 more days or basically like 3 more weeks of this year before we hit 2023 already. Wow. So super crazy. We got Unc in the building. Hello. We got Kelly. Happy Tuesday. And we got Pops as well. Good evening.
What's good, Pops?
So back together again. We rode the SLAC Express last week. It was just a quick show, but appreciate y'all rocking with us on that one. Through the darkness and everything like that. I didn't realize how dark it was going to get so quickly on me out there. So
for real.
But we made it happen, and appreciate you, Strizzy, driving the show for us. But what's been good with you before we jump in on this sports talk?
Nothing too much, man. I actually got invited to this YouTube thing. It's like I don't know, they're doing like this like shorts thing. It's called Shorts Miss or whatever. I think I was telling you about it a little bit. Like every shorts you post this month or whatever, use that hashtag, and it might drive some more people towards your videos or whatever. So I'm just part of this thing. If you see some weird videos I post for December on YouTube, just know it's probably a trend that I have to post. You know what I'm saying? So
got you.
Yeah, so pretty much anything I use with Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" is basically a part of that trend or whatever. So that was pretty cool. And then my comedy page on Instagram just monetized today. So
nice.
So that was official too. So now both my IG pages are now monetized. So I'm happy about that, man. But sorry for that, man. Just moving up next year resolution, trying to get the YouTube really going. That's my main focus for 2023.
That's what's up. Well, congratulations on those moves. That's legit, man. Getting that monetized, you know what I'm saying? Just every little bit helps, man. Have it all going up into the pile. So that's legit. So
how about you, fam? How you feeling?
Same thing. Just trying to get it together for the holidays. A lot going on, and I know it's going to go by fast, but I just want to be able to sit back and enjoy it too, man, and just spend some time with the fam. So
that's real.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Speaking of the fam, we got Bobby checking in. Yo. I definitely want to hear Bobby's thoughts about what's been going on or what happened last week with his team. And then Kelly checking in with the congrats to Strizzy. But before we go any further, we do have to add the final member of our panel, Mr. Marcus. What's good?
What up, fam? What up, Kelly, Bobby, Pops, and Unc, and Moms in the house?
We in the building. That's what's up. Yeah. And I know you were out last week, but we did share lots of love for you and the wifey on your guys' anniversary.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Congratulations again.
Pockets light, you know how it goes. Woman's holiday, it ain't for us,
Yeah, you're gonna have to be busy for that one, huh? Bounce back from that one, I'm sure. But I'm sure it was worth it though, for the most. So that's what's up. All right, let me go ahead and pull up these graphics, and then we'll go ahead and jump into our first topic of the day. Let's get it popping. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL talk. Let's get it. All right, NFL talk. We're getting into December. We're getting into the cold weather where these football games are starting to mean more, where a lot of people are starting to, get beat up, and it's the endurance of the season going on. And we did have some injuries that we wanted to speak on this week, including Lamar Jackson and Jimmy G. Jimmy G going down for the season. So I did want to hear your guys' thoughts on the Lamar Jackson, specifically you, Strizzy, being the Ravens fan in the house. And then also I did want to talk about the Niners quarterback situation too. But what did you think about Lamar Jackson, especially this being his contract year?
If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm out. I I would literally ask them, "Don't franchise me, just let me go." You know what I mean? This man won the MVP at such a very young age. I think youngest MVP ever, or something like that. You know what I mean? It's been nothing but productive ever since. Considering he has probably the least amount of weapons of any quarterback in the league, and I literally mean in the league. It's crazy how many non-weapons that he has, and they've literally done nothing to put weapons around him. They keep drafting running backs, and you see what the running backs look like right now. They're all on IR or in and out of the lineups. You know what I mean? So they're doing nothing to help him. And when they should have paid him in the offseason, this upseason, they didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like to me, like that's a slap in the face. You know what I mean? That's disrespect. He wanted some he wanted some of that what's the word for stabilization in a sense. And now he's hurt. You know what I mean? So extremely unfortunate. I feel horrible for him. I really hope he dips. I hope he leaves. I hope he says trade me or not trade, but let me go.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel for him too. Bobby checking in said, I feel for him. He better get big paid still.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see if his most useful years have been used up. Those Marcus, what do you think, though? You think he'll get out, or you think he'll be trapped?
Well, it's two sides. I'm gonna tell you the truth and what I think should happen.
right.
The truth is they're gonna franchise him. Because you won't get rid of that talent. So they're not gonna do him right. They're gonna keep him because he got hurt. They're gonna have an excuse now. Oh, we got a franchise because you got hurt.
Yeah.
But to me, the right thing, let him go. And I think if he left, I think the best team for him would be the Colts. And I think he could get some weapons over there too. You got a nice running back. I think Sean Payton will go over there too because they need a coach too. So I think Jeff Saturday did his thing for this. It was kind of cool, for him to do it, but you don't want him as your coach. So I just feel like that's going to happen because the Cowboys are doing too good this year. So we're not going to get Sean Payton next year. So you know how it goes. But I think they're going to franchise him though.
Yeah, it's crazy too. Like watching the game, not this week's game, but last week's game, when they lost to the Jaguars, bro. I think they set a record for drop passes or something like that. The receivers, bro. Lamar was dropping dimes. So like you go and look at the box score and you're like, dang, Lamar had a bad game. But like, no, if you actually watch the game, like Lamar's game was crazy. Like he was dropping mad dimes. Nothing was too fast or too hard for them. They were just dropping them. It was insane. I didn't realize how many drops it was until I saw a video of it earlier this morning. So you got to get this man some help. If you're gonna franchise him, like at least get him some help.
Yeah.
It's all bad for Lamar right now. I feel horrible for him.
I agree. We got Grace in the building. Happy Tuesday, Grace. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate you being in the building. Unc says Lamar should try free agency. Yeah, we hope he does get there. And then also in the Jimmy G situation. Yeah, so this afternoon they did say that he could return basically for the playoff run, and so they got Brock Purdy in there for now. He looked pretty good coming in on semi big stage, but we'll see once teams can actually game plan for him what difference that'll make. But I think he might be able to hold them steady at least in their division and get them to the playoffs based on where they're at right now. He did look pretty good for especially being Mr. Irrelevant, for being the last pick of the draft. So
right, and I think too once Garoppolo went out, Dolphins started blitzing him like a lot. They were like, let's get to this rookie, man. He held strong, he held tough. Shout out to Shanahan for actually letting him quarterback. You know what I mean? A lot of times things like that happen and they go to the run game and it's just solid run game all game and quarterback ain't allowed to throw past 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? But they literally let him go out there and play and continue to help win that game. And keep in mind too, Brock Purdy, he did 4 years in college, so he's not a really young guy. So, like you said, if he can just do what he needs to do and just kind of game manage, I think let's look into the playoffs and could potentially still win the division.
Yeah, Marcus,
he's gonna get toe up next week. So, I think, like I said, he did good, but I think the defense is gonna have to carry them now. I hate the 49ers. I hate the 49ers. I hate the Steelers, and I hate the Eagles the most out of any teams. But I do feel bad because, like, you lost both of your quarterbacks. Like you lost one for the year, then you got another one. He's doing good, and you lost him. I'm like, dang. I feel bad for him, but I think the year is over. I think they might get into the playoffs, maybe sneak in there, probably, depending on how it goes. But they're gonna be out first round though. So playoffs, you need a quarterback. You need somebody experienced too. I think that no experience, but they do. I forgot they do have CMC there though, so he could help a lot too. So,
right.
But he might be like
he might big game.
Yeah, but it might be like it was with the Panthers now. Like he gonna give him the ball too much, and he gonna probably get hurt. So it's like, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah. CMC actually had a really big game for him. Like CMC was really like that security blanket for him in that game. Like he had a ton of receptions. He had 10 receptions, and Debo had 10 receptions. So he was literally giving it to the biggest playmakers. And Marcus is right, man. If they get to the point to where they're starting to just overutilize CMC, he end up getting hurt again. So they got to figure something out. They did activate another running back, so hopefully they can at least try to manage it out a little bit so CMC's not having to play 90% of snaps like he's used to. But defense is definitely going to have to keep doing what they're doing, and hopefully he doesn't have to do too much.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I don't care. If it was us, they wouldn't care. I don't care. Wow. Drink some milk. Drink some milk. You ain't drinking milk. That's why your bones cracking like that.
It is funny though, you know that they were like, "Oh man, when Trey Lance went down, they were like, oh, we got the backup. That's what's up. This is why we did that." It's like you know, it's tough to have a plan C. So
I love Shanahan's interview though when they were like Baker Mayfield's on the market. He was like, "Yeah, but I think right." Like,
yeah,
that's bad.
It's like you're starting quarterback went down, and he was like, he wasn't even interested.
Yeah.
So, question: Did Baker get signed after the injury or before the injury to Garoppolo?
Oh well, no. Baker was released after. He was released last night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm like, I should try to get him, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I think Baker as a quarterback there, I think he could have held up a little bit.
Yeah, they actually did not put a claim in for him, but the Rams did. So the Rams did claim him off of waivers to come in and just kind of help out their quarterback situation. So it is interesting though to see Baker go from like, you know, the commercial darling and being on like all these different commercials and stuff to like now bouncing around different teams and being released mid-season. That's definitely a struggle that I don't think he foresaw. But Strizzy, you saw up close and personal how bad it was. So
it's been horrible. You know, I never really bro. I ain't never watched a lot of Browns games, right? You only get to see the ones that are like on primetime TV, things of that nature, right? But I hadn't realized that how many batted passes he's had since getting drafted. You know what I mean? And I get it. You can't buy hype. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of other short quarterbacks in the league, you know, present and past, who have made do with it and try to figure it out. But man, he looked so bad, bro. I was cracking up. I put some on Instagram. I was like, you know how bad you got to be to get released by the Panthers? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the quarterback position, no less. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really bad. It's been horrible. It's been horrendous. The game before we started Sam back, you know, that was like his chance to kind of figure things out. You know, Coach Rule's gone, new coach, let's get it, and he played horrendously. So I don't blame Shanahan for not even looking his way, but I'm like, if you can't make it work under Sean McVay, who's an offensive genius, bro, he gonna be the third string. You know what I'm saying?
That might be your last stop. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that spot gonna plummet even more than it is now. So get it together, mate. Get it together.
Yeah. We definitely got to welcome Stephanie Washington into the show. What's good, Stephanie? And congratulations for winning the Pick'em last week. Great job. We did give you your shouts out earlier. But yes, definitely got to shout you out again now that you're in the building. Congrats to you. So Super Bowl square coming your way. And Stephanie Washington, you're right up there, I think, from the top 3 or 4 in the overall league standing. It's really close at the top. So I think Strizzy, I think you have a narrow lead. Or maybe it might be Anthony Weston.
No, I think Anthony's still up top.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gaining, but he's still up top.
Got you. All right.
Mom said Moms, they got Baker. They're not interested. They got him.
Mom says never liked Baker. Now the Rams are interested. Yeah. So so that's your new I guess backup quarterback. I don't know if they're just gonna give him a shot or what.
Probably.
With Stafford being out, they're basically shutting Stafford down. So maybe he's just, you know, another one. So yeah, great job though, Stephanie. Congratulations, Stephanie, on your win. And we'll see. I gotta get back up there. I gotta bring one home this year. So couple more quick topics to talk about. OBJ, I guess now it's coming out that he might not be ready until basically wild card weekend to play. And that kind of might change things. Honestly, the Cowboys, like I feel like it was too much to add that mixture. But then if he's really not gonna be ready till then, I feel like it's way too late to try to mess up the mojo. I hope they just stay clear of this one. Marcus, how are you feeling about the OBJ thing?
Well, he got the game with Michael Parsons and Trey Diggs yesterday, so it's like he met with them yesterday. Yeah, he met with them yesterday. So if he's not ready to then, but if he can practice, I think if he can kind of be out there and get chemistry with the people, even though you can't play then, I think if he's around, why not? But I would say it all depends on Washington. If Washington can come back maybe like a week or two and he can do his thing, then keep him and then know about OBJ. But if he's not doing his thing, then I think we still need that third receiver, you know. So it depends on Washington if he can come back and do his thing because he already been in the locker room. He already been around the guys that got chemistry right there. But if he can't play or come out, I'll try to go. Even though it's gonna be wild card, he's still OBJ at the end of the day. So he can always help, but it just depends on that third receiver because it's gonna be hard. CeeDee Lamb is playing great right now, so playoffs they're gonna kind of double him a little bit. You're gonna need somebody else to throw the ball to. Gallup, he's a go far guy, but we still need one more guy to kind of like break it up and double team up a little bit. So
I really like OBJ in the slot too. He be having some you know what I mean, like. Don't put him on the opposite side of CD. Put him in the slot if you're gonna put him anywhere. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's where he ends up. You know, with you guys or the Bills. I can't see him going back to the Giants. That he might. I think that's
still though.
Yeah. Well, that's dumb because they might not go to the playoffs because they're gonna lose Sunday, so they might be on their way out. So
true. They've fallen off hard since that big start, but
And I think if we get OBJ, I don't think he's gonna be slot because that's CD. CD's a slot guy. So
you're right. I
think because remember he went to the rounds, he played outside a lot. So he still will do a little bit slot, but I think he'll mainly be on the outside. So
no, you're absolutely right. I totally forgot CD is playing slot for you guys. I forgot he's not playing wide out. And I know OBJ's used to playing wide out. I just know he's had so many injuries. I know that speed ain't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was thinking slot for him. But CD just plays so well out of that. Don't mess that up.
Yeah, he's killing right now.
Yeah. We'll see. You know, I don't know what it might do to the chemistry. The Cowboys seem like they are pushing hard and they're interested in it. Yeah. But personally, like as I've been watching them, especially if they're playing with the lead, like I like us just being like with 2 and 3 tight ends on the field and like
you're right. Yeah.
Use that run game and lean on that. So I don't know if we really would, want all that. Pop's coming in with the big. I
was waiting for it too. I was like, "Where Pop's at?" Like he ain't said nothing yet. He was.
But especially because if he's not gonna be ready to the playoffs, like it's like weird if he's only coming back 1-2 games. Like he doesn't even have a chance to like play some of these games like we have next. You know, like the Texans and stuff like that. But
I'm gonna be nice today. I'm not.
Plus, I think. plus, I think too. Like chemistry wise, I feel like the Cowboys' chemistries are probably a little easier messed up adding OBJ than say like the Bills are. I feel like the Bills just better coaching wise, right? I feel like the coaching wise on Bills is probably a little bit better than McCarthy is. Yeah. So that's why I'd be a little worried about OBJ coming in wild card weekend. You know what I mean? Then him maybe jumping on the practice squad for the Bills or something like that, and then upgrading when he's ready. But I'm with the wild card. That's late, man. Like that's hella late. You know what I mean?
And then it might only be one game. Like obviously the plan is for it to be the full run, but I don't know. We'll see. But Pops does not like it, as you can see. He thinks Brown is a better receiver than OBJ.
Wait, no. I won't put words in his mouth. I don't think he said he's better. Maybe on the team, but he's not a better. I don't care what he says. Brown's not better than OBJ. I like Noah, but he ain't better. But if they ask me who you want, I'm taking OBJ. I'm sorry.
Got you. No, I got you. But we'll see what happens with that. It's interesting though. I think the Cowboys though, even though they had like a 2-day visit, I don't think they got the workout that they wanted. So that'll continue to go on that saga. I did put up here. There's a couple teams that have a chance to clinch playoffs this weekend: the Chiefs, the Vikings, and the Eagles. So we'll see if they can do that. And then also the Man of the Year nominee, or basically the Man of the Year for each team, has been announced already. and then out of those will be the NFL Man of the Year. And Marcus got to spend some time with a former Man of the Year, a team candidate Man of the Year. I don't know if you wanted to talk about that at all with your boy from the Cardinals this weekend.
Yeah, Kevin Beacham was a nominee. This year is Zach Ertz, even though he's hurt. I don't know how he's gonna do that, but
yeah,
he got nominated for the Cardinals this year. So, but it was kind of cool though. I was with my guy that the Cardinals on Hard Knocks, so they had Hard Knocks there in the NFL Network and stuff like that today, and was kind of rubbing elbows with those guys. So they were really nice guys. It's kind of cool to see it, but. Look out for Hard Knocks, man. You might see your boy on there. You never know.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
You better than me. You said, Mike, you would have seen me. I'm all in the back.
No, but that's what's up, man. That's what's up. But I know you do a lot of hard work, so that's cool to be kind of around some of those dudes that are professionals like yourself in the industry. So congratulations with that.
I got one more comment. Y'all cannot keep on doing OBJ like that. He does not have AB tendencies. Y'all haven't seen this guy. This guy, since he left the Giants, when he was on the Giants, he was like that. Since he left the Giants, went to the Browns and the Browns, he's been good. Am I wrong? I thought he's been kind of mature, cool.
I agree.
He has been better.
He's been quiet.
And I would say too, the Rams experience I think helped change the frame of light he's seen in, the way things went with the Rams last year. But then this whole pre-flight thing that just happened a couple weeks ago, that's just bad timing for that too. I don't know if you guys saw that, him getting kicked off the plane or whatever. I don't know what that is. I don't think it was really his fault, but it's that's just interesting timing too, of his name kind of being in the headlines in a weird way.
But
I don't know.
AB has a warrant out for his arrest. That's not the same tendencies. This dude got put out of the league for hitting women and stuff like that. That's when you say tendencies. I wouldn't compare OBJ to him.
I got you.
I don't know. When we say 5 seconds of fame, look at his numbers. He got great numbers. Just saying.
Yeah.
AB got to be in a straitjacket somewhere.
So it isn't all right, that's what's up though. That's good stuff. Let's jump over to the scoreboard real quick. And I do want to ask Bobby how he's feeling about the Chiefs Bengals. Do the Bengals just have the Chiefs number? Is that what it's looking like? That was one of the big.
It ain't looking like he got that. It's gonna be in his head from now on. Mahomes, when he see them Bengals, he gonna always have that in his head. It's a wrap. He should have beat them. So
if they see them in the playoffs again and Bengals
getting beat
again, it's gonna be like the Bills and Chiefs. Bills just can't beat the Chiefs for whatever reason. And if the Bengals just got the Chiefs number, it's gonna be AFC is just gonna be crazy in general.
And Joe Mixon didn't play, right?
Nah.
So I'm saying, dog, I'm just saying, man. What's the guy that back up? Is it Perrine or
Perrine? Yo, he got something on his heart. This 2 weeks in a row, he done stiff armed somebody's head and dribbled it into the ground, bro. Your head shouldn't.
They got a 1-2 punch, man. They got a 1-2 punch, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Bobby says he feels fine about it. He says it's football. If Travis fumble, then we go up 2 scores. That was surprising though. That was not characteristic for Travis Kelce with the fumble. Not too timely, but
don't the Bills and the Chiefs have the same record?
I think they do. Actually, I think the Bills might have went up above the Chiefs.
So how do the Chiefs clinch, not the Bills?
Because of their division.
Oh, the division clinch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got
They're going to clinch their division, so they'll get their playoff spot based off of that.
Yeah, I think they've both lost 3 games now.
Miss Stephanie, I apologize. I thought you were talking about. I apologize.
Oh yeah,
I apologize.
We're gonna have to see. We're gonna put their clips on there. We're gonna have to check that out for sure.
But now Miss Stephanie, now I'm not gonna be on there now because I thought you was talking about OBJ. Now the good Lord gonna be like, nope. See, I'm gonna take that out.
You might get edited out now.
Yep, he's edited just now. I'm out now, so maybe next time.
We'll see. We'll still watch anyways, just to double check. But that is, I don't know, that is interesting. I do think that the Chiefs would probably rather avoid the Bengals though again in the playoffs this year if they could. Was
that Jamar Chase's first game back, or he was back last week?
No, that was his first game back.
He looked good too, man.
He did.
I think they have that connection going.
Yeah.
So Colts, Cowboys. That was a beat down, but that was nice to see. The Colts hung in there for a little while, and then the Cowboys took off on them.
How do you feel about that? I'm gonna ask Pops too. How do you feel about the 33? It was because of because Matt Ryan is terrible. So was it a bad team and bad quarterback, or you think it was good because you supposed to blow them out and you did? How do you feel?
Right, I feel like that. I feel like it's good because we're supposed to blow them out and we did. But I feel like a couple different turns and that could go a different way. Our defense definitely has to tighten up a little bit. And I feel like once we have like a 10-point lead or something like that, like our defense is ferocious. But if we're tied or we're like trailing, our defense is a little bit more vulnerable. So I'm glad things worked out the way they did. We were opportunistic. And then we just pounced on them, but it was kind of closer than the score looked.
Yeah, I think it was close because Kellen Moore, I don't know what happened. Like he calls a great game, then he goes and do the stupid stuff. Because to me, I don't think Schultz was in the game anymore. He got the ball thrown in twice. Like you gotta get the guy. That's Dak's bread and butter. And then to me, Pollard, he kept on running Pollard up the middle. Like what are we doing? That's not his game. That's Zeke's game. Like put him on the outside. So I don't know what he was calling, man. It was kind of weird. It's kind of frustrating a little bit because I know what our team do, and when you don't do what we do, it's just kind of weird, man. So
it is weird because, like, you're right. Pollard, it's funny because Pollard still had a really good game, but like, don't get that man hurt. Keep that man. You know what I'm saying? Pollard been balling all year. Don't get that man hurt before playoffs come around. Keep that man safe.
Yeah,
keep that man safe.
Yeah, I like what Pop said too. So it's just like, man, it was a little. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous. 1921. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be one of them Packer games again.
Right.
We didn't let that happen, man.
But then the ball rolled our way that time. So it just
throwing an interception, fumble
could have been something different. Yeah.
And then also, I know Pop's gonna get on me. You might get on me too, A-Dub, but I'm kind of. I'm sorry I say this,
but I know what you're gonna say.
But Brown out of there, I'm so happy. I'm saying, because we're gonna see Bland now. Bland he can play, man. Like Bland is really good. And the other rookie, I don't know if he's a rookie, but 33 is great. Yeah. So I'm like, and I think it's gonna make number one. I figure his name too. He gonna step up now a little bit. He did get scored on. But I think, he looked like a cornerback to me. Brown still doing that. Looking for the ball and guys going. Like you can't do that. So him and Dion and him and Lewis, I didn't like neither one of them, and they both gone. So I hope that God listen to my prayers, man. So I apologize, Pops, but
God's listening.
Get him out of here, man. I really think we're gonna play better now. I think we're gonna and Diggs quit, but he's still biting. What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He can't get over that.
Yeah, he can't help it. I think that's what makes him. He's a gambler, bro. He just he gonna be like that.
He's good for at least one of those a game, though.
But not right now when we gonna get scored, like right there, go like do it. Maybe they far back, then but not right there, man.
Yeah,
so that was a curse last year for him getting 11 interceptions. I think that wasn't good for us to get, man. Because
it's okay though. I think it will make the secondary a little bit more interesting, but. Marcus, if you only knew how you're a topic, and in the man cave during the games, like I already knew what you were saying. I was like, I can hear your voice, like you're right there with us. So that was too funny. Some other interesting results here, though. That 49ers Dolphins, that was an interesting matchup. The former assistant coach, but 49ers were just way more physical in the end of the day, and they made it happen. The Commanders and the Giants playing to a tie that could come back to bite them or save them later. We'll see.
No, that's gonna hurt the Giants. It's gonna help the Commanders more. I think.
Yeah, that's real. I agree with that.
No, I agree. The Commanders. I mean, they haven't lost very many games recently. They've been on a tear, but for a second, it looked like the NFC East might get all four teams into the playoffs with the extra wild card. But that I think that hurt those chances.
But we got to talk about that GOAT, man. Like. They should have lost yesterday. They should have lost. This dude's he's amazing, dog. Like I don't know how he does it, but he didn't even throw the ball. I don't think Mike Evans was even in the game that last possession. He was giving the ball to Julio. Like what is going on, man? So Tom Brady, man, I tell people I've been telling them all year. We say all the Bucks have done all that. They leading the division. They gonna get in the playoffs with a bad record. It might go back to Super Bowl. It's just like it's the same team, man. Like you got
once,
the goal.
Once you're in, everybody got a shot. You know
Yeah, it's scary. I hope they lost yesterday, but they didn't lose. So man, we don't have to worry about those guys, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
no,
for some
I feel
reason,
you.
Tom Brady doesn't play good against the Saints, but he
admitted it too.
He's like, for some reason that team just has his number for whatever reason.
But he pulled it out
that time.
Yeah.
And I do agree, if they make it into the playoffs and they're hot at the right time, the record is just thrown out the window. It doesn't matter.
0-0.
Yeah, you just have to win 3 games in a row to get to the Super Bowl. So, so we'll see. I don't know, but I do think that I do see them getting in the playoffs, and it would suck, for the Cowboys to have to go and play there and beat them down like that.
Oh,
had to being like having such a good record, but it's going to be hard to catch the Eagles. Even if we beat them, they still have to lose again.
Yeah,
and they're looking pretty tough too. So, yeah, we'll see. They beat down the Titans. The Lions beat down the Jaguars. That's cool. I don't know when the last time the Lions won a game so convincingly like that. So they are looking like a different kind of team under Dan Campbell. Packers, Bears. I didn't see. Did Aaron Rodgers survive that whole game? Did he play the whole Packers game?
That's a good question. I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Yeah. I think I don't know if he did or not, but I was waiting to see, because I'm like, when Jordan Love came in for Aaron Rodgers last week, he actually did really well. So I was hoping he would get another chance during that game. But the Packers, I think the Packers were down early and came back to win that game. So definitely some interesting results out there. Chargers are just looking done. Unfortunately, I wish Trevor was here to defend them or tell us what's going on with them.
So who you got winning that Sunday night game then? They play the Dolphins.
I got the Dolphins winning. I think the Dolphins will bounce back and pull their tricks on the Chargers. But I feel like the 49ers were just ready for it already. They knew the Mike McDaniel too well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could tell he wasn't happy after that game.
Yeah.
He wasn't
definitely
happy.
Not.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that's pretty much it for NFL though. Check out on Thursday. We'll have week 14 of Secure the Bag, where we'll do all of our money line picks, and then we'll give you some picks against the spread. Strizzy now 2 weeks in a row has hit all 3 of his locks against the spread. So,
hey, did you bet last week too? Or you just did it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet every week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I always put my locks in as a bet, so I capitalize.
Oh, okay.
Parlays 2 weeks in a row.
Gotcha.
Great job there. Secure the Bag. So it's not betting advice, but if you'd like to hear what we think about the games, tune in on Thursdays at 12:30 for that. But that's what's up though. Okay, we'll keep this thing moving. We went a little bit deeper on football, but that's all right. We love that, and we'll breeze through these next topics starting right now. All right, NBA talk. We got to start off with AD, man. He honestly has the Lakers looking way different. He's averaging I think it's 35 in his last 9 games. All of a sudden been on a little bit of a tear here. And I wanted to get, Marcus and Strizzy, your guys' thoughts on what this says for his outlook or the Lakers or both, man. Can they get the ship turned around? What do you think?
I apologize, AD, because I thought you were done, brother. And but just watching a full game and watching him, like if you watch it, though, his points are difficult. There's nothing really easy. He got a couple of dunks, but he's back to the basket, shooting fades and doing jump shots, and he's making them. Like that's not no easy. You know what I'm saying? 55 points he's getting. They're not easy, but man, he looks great. I really think if he can hold it up, which in history, he'll fall away. But if he keeps it up, they in the playoffs because he's showing right now he's the best big man like he was before. His first year with the Lakers, he was the best big man in the league, and it's showing that he still got it, man. So I'm happy for him, man. Not saying being a Laker fan like that, but for him to see him get all the injuries, people talking bad about him like he ain't got no more, and then he come like that, being quiet, not talking back, just play his game, do his thing. But it's good to watch, man. It's good to watch, even for the Lakers, them being back winning again, because it's kind of bad when the popular team not doing good. It's bad for the NBA. So it's good to see him, because when you watch the Lakers, like, oh, they're gonna lose this game, but now you're like, I don't know, they being competitive though. But he looks good, man. If he keep it up, they definitely in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. Strizzy, you want to jump in on that?
I ain't trying to jinx nothing. He looks great.
Hey, would you take him now? You're trying to trade him to the Heat.
I ain't trying to jinx nothing, but he looks great. You know what I'm saying? He looks phenomenal. Let's keep it at that.
Dog, it's funny that you say that, though. It's funny that you say that because I'm the same way. Like, I'm watching these games. I'm trying not to, like, fully embrace it. Like, I'm like, I don't want to say it out loud because all of a sudden it could disappear.
Right.
But he's definitely going off. But yeah, I'm like, dang, I'm like, if only, like, I'm like, am I dreaming? Like, or is this for real? Every night too, coming back with it, So
yeah,
hopefully it doesn't get used up too early, but we'll see.
Yeah, get this man a night off. You know what I'm saying? Let him.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
All of a sudden, I'm a fan of
just one game. You know what I'm saying? Give him a little night off. You know what I'm saying?
Pop said who's having a better year, Durant or Davis?
Right now, Davis.
Yeah,
it's Davis.
I think so too. Even I think just his averages. He's putting it up.
Durant ain't hit no 55-point game yet, or 44, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Durant's having a good year, but the Nets are still kind of struggling a little bit. They're still struggling a little bit.
Right. I think that is kind of different. It's like once Davis kind of hit the switch and now he's kind of put the team on his back when LeBron went out. Ever since then, they have been competitive with the better teams in the league. They beat the Bucks last week. Things like that.
And Russ looked good too, man.
He looks happy again coming off the bench. It was funny. We weren't messing around when we said he should be the sixth man of the year if he makes it that year or that long. But who knows? They might. With AD doing so well, they still might make a trade for Westbrook to just try to put some more pieces around. We'll see, but
yeah,
I don't know. I still think I like to see Westbrook happy again, though. At least So, Monk says NBA championship open to many teams this season. I think it will be competitive.
Yeah, I think right now we can say that because it does look. I think, but after All-Star break, I think that's when we're gonna start. They're gonna start tightening up a little bit. And you're gonna see those teams that's gonna do their thing.
True. But I do like this version of the NBA a little bit better than like there were a few years where we're like, it's going to be the Cavs and the Warriors, or it's like before the year we would kind of know like it's going to be these two teams. So
seriously, I stopped watching basketball for a little while. I was like, I don't even care. Like I was just like for real, it was bad.
Yeah, so I do like it competitive. A couple more interesting stories. I don't know if you guys saw this when Draymond Green, he got fined for getting into an altercation with a fan, and in a weird twist, the fan found out and basically didn't agree with it. So he decided, since Draymond got fined $25,000, that the fan himself, he would make a $25,000 donation to to Draymond's charity of choice. So I was like,
this thing got money.
Story. Yeah, I know. I was like, this dude, like, I mean, it's great that the money's going to charity, but I'm like, are you doing some retention? Like, I don't get it, but hey.
Was it a Warriors fan or was it?
Oh, so it was a Mavs game. It was at the Mavs game, and so so Draymond, got into it with him. I guess they were going back and forth, and there were some obscenities going both ways, and so he came out on Twitter and was basically like, "Oh, this ain't right. I started it, and you shouldn't have been fined. So here's what I'll do." So it's kind of a weird story, though, huh?
It's weird,
but if I had the money, that's something I would do because at the same time, I think he's throwing a little bit at Draymond, like, hey, I got money too. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably let him know. I'm not no chump. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no chump. But cause you see a fan, you might like he a fan, but he let Draymond know, hey, I got some pockets too, boy.
True. I didn't think about it from that one. He's like, it costs you $25K. I can do that too. It costs me $25K. Like
you offering it. I mean, you really got it because you offering it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
We both got text that night, and he don't even play.
he's like, that is pretty interesting. That's pretty funny though. That is a cool move though.
Yeah, so, it's kind of funny though, because it's kind of funny. I wonder what they said because they didn't remove the fan. You know what I'm saying? But Dre got the text, so Dre had to have said something.
Well, I think Draymond basically just said, shut the F up and enjoy the game. Like basically it was something like just like that. Like not too much, but I think it was the language, the obscenity that was in there.
That's crazy. These dudes cuss nonstop during these games. Like
right.
Especially if it didn't get too out of hand, they should let that go.
It was probably picked up on a TNT mic or something like that. And all of a sudden they're like, we gotta make a big deal of it. But yeah, he basically said something like that because after the fan was kind of like heckling him and saying some things to him. So
yeah, which is something that they're used to. So like I said, I don't think there's anything too crazy. I think if it was something that was super crazy, he wouldn't have like matched it. You know what I'm saying? So like pretty cool. Like, if you got it like that, you got it like that. It's the end of the year. He probably needed to
write off.
Yeah, that write-off money. You know what I'm saying? So he probably had to do some stuff before the year ended too. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and spend this money right quick. Go ahead.
Right.
This money gonna go.
He was balling like that. He's like, my accountant was just telling me I need to, you know what I'm saying? I need to do something. So, but in a sadder story or a more like, you know, a downbeat story, Kyrie was officially dropped from the Nike roster today, which is interesting. He's been a Nike sponsor his whole career. And even before that, when he was playing at Duke, you know, always rocking Nike. It's interesting because he's back on the court. And the fallout of this decision was made like so much removed. It's just interesting to me, but kind of disappointing. So we'll see where he goes from here. He had one of the more popular Nike shoes, and now he's going to be a sneaker free agent.
Yeah, I wish when I sent it today, I wish I would have got some Kyrie's. I never got them, but how I grew up, we never got like guys that small guys. Like I'm a big dude, so I never got like guards jerseys or shoes. So I was like a big guy like Durant and like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? I never got like Steph Curry or like the point guard type guys. It just feel funny when they're jersey or something, or you know, it's just weird.
Right.
Now I wish I would have got a pair.
Smaller than you are, so you're like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, why this big old dude got this Kyrie jersey on, you know, or Damian Lillard jersey on? But I don't know. I if I can find some, I think I'm gonna get some Kyrie just because that happened. But I can see him going to like Jordan though. Watch.
That would be crazy. It's still under the same house though, kind of.
Oh, it is, so no, you can't do that. You're right.
But yeah, I do wonder where he's gonna go. I think he'll get picked up though, or he might just do something different and make his own shoe or something. You know, go the Triple B route or something. I don't know. But yeah, Unk says Nike money gone. Ouch.
No,
sad. Didn't deserve Nike to be Nike to me, but he's always been Nike. I'm saying he had his own shoes with Nike for like a long time. He's kind of got like a, you know, history with Nike is why for me, I don't know.
Kyrie's a beast though, so yeah, he got to be Nike.
We'll see. Yeah,
but New Balance, I can see that. I can see that his personality will be good with that probably.
Big baller brand. That's what I'm saying. He might be there next.
Come on, Pops.
But I don't know.
That's good. That's good.
I just know, like, I would be biased, of course, but I would be oh dang, Unk said Reebok.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Got him down bad, but no, I would be Nike all the way. What would you guys want to be sponsored by if you could choose?
I'm definitely Jordan, man.
Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah.
Jordan.
I grew up with that, you know. I just grew up with it. I always wanted Jordans, and we couldn't really afford them, you know. So I got older. That's why I buy them now, you know. Just
right.
Just I don't know. As I'm grown though, I probably wouldn't say Jordan. I would say Nike, because you know I would say Nike. That's why I'll change it to Nike, not Jordan. Yeah. Gotcha. It's the same thing, but you know it just you know what I mean
a little bit more wide range, like
yeah. Because LeBron is with Nike, you know what I'm saying. So he has his own shoe. He's not Jordan, you know. So.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, yeah, I would say Nike or Jordan too. That's the best. So, Strizzy, what'd you say though? Oh, you said Jordan.
Yeah, I say Nike Jordan. Yeah, Nike Jordan for sure.
I don't know. I got a couple, man. I don't you know. Alex is the one though. That's the one with the shoes, brother.
No,
I have nothing on him. Put it like that. I have nothing on him.
I'm retired though.
Let him text you a picture of the shoe boxes. Tell him to text you one of the pictures, and you will see. See why he retired.
Right. But I did throw up the East and West Players of the Month. They merged October and November together, but definitely Devin Booker's been having a great season, and Jason Tatum for the East. But
both dogs, man, they doing everything.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a new day for basketball as it continues to go. It's just hard to keep up anymore too, though, with the youngsters. But I do love seeing like the new young bloods, like the John Morants, like the Trae Youngs too. And these guys are kind of like the leader of that new school group. I feel like they're kind of that middle range right now. So
But they got to get a chip though. One of them got to get a chip for y'all to be separated. Cause I still have them as stars, not superstars yet, because they ain't got that chip yet. This is my opinion.
Got you. We'll see if maybe this is the year for either one of them.
We know Booker ain't get one, so you can put that out the window. Tatum, I mean,
not right now. Yeah, Tatum.
That window has shut.
Yeah,
that shut firmly. It feels like, but all right. But that's what we have for NBA talk, though. In a couple weeks, though, we'll start to talk about the Christmas Day matchups. That's always a fun day for NBA.
Yeah,
and we'll definitely continue. Huh? Oh yeah, and football this year. Christmas Eve, there's going to be a lot of games, and there's going to be multiple games on Christmas Day too. So yeah, as the holidays continue, we'll continue to see that. Oh, Pops says not a Booker fan at all.
I feel you, Pops.
Yeah. I just think it's funny when his cheeks get still so red. He's so young. You could tell when he gets mad like that. Like, that's just funny to me. Like, when you
funny. I'm gonna start looking for that now too. You said that.
You know what I'm saying?
Rosy cheeks.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you can tell he's still so young like that. But all right. Let's keep this thing moving though. We'll move into our last topic, and we're gonna break this one down though. I'm really excited for this one. So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports. All right, other sports. So I definitely wanted to start with the college football playoff. The bracket is set. And wanted to get your guys' thoughts and do some little predictions on what brought us here. But first, I did want to say, Marcus, did you agree with the top 4 teams, and do you like how it came out?
I agree with all of it. I think it was good. Only because I would say Ohio State shouldn't have got it because they lost to Michigan. That's so big in a big game. But who else are you going to put in there, you know? So they only got one loss, so they got to be in there. And TCU definitely deserved it over Alabama also. It's one of those games, you know, in your division, you know, just like the Michigan game, but they didn't get blew out. It was a close game. You know, they should have been kind of stayed, but it was just a close game. But I think the 4 teams are gonna be some good matchups with that. I think any other team get in there, I don't think it'll be as good of a game, even though Georgia might blow them out. So I can't say that then. But I agree with the 4.
Yeah, I agree with the 4 as well. I see why they did it. Of course, with Alabama having the 2 losses, they couldn't really put them in. But like for me, I think out of these 4, TCU is probably that outlier. But there's always that team every year, Cincinnati or whoever it may be each year that gets in that might have probably shouldn't have.
Notre Dame
through the years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they got to throw that in for spice, and they also had to kind of spite Alabama one time before the playoff, because once the playoff expands to 12 teams, they're going to get in all the time.
Alabama, get out of here.
If you were going to bet though, if Alabama had to play TCU this weekend, Alabama was going to beat TCU. Like I think that they will blow TCU out, but this is kind of how it had to be. So
I don't know. They didn't do good against Texas, so you never know.
True, you never know, but that's just I just think so. I still think Alabama technically a better team, but better season, better overall package TCU this year. So, let's see.
So who was 5 and 6? It was Alabama 6, right? Who was 5?
I think Alabama was 5 and USC was 6. I think it was.
Oh, okay. So if USC Caleb Williams gonna get hurt, they win. They definitely number 3 or number 4.
They would have been number 4, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they were, and they would have actually been number 3 because they would have been the Pac-12 champion too, and they would only had one loss. They would have snuck ahead of both of these teams, I think, actually. Okay. So they did have a lot to play for and got beat down by Utah. So that wasn't a good look. And yeah, those 2 losses. But let's see. Unk says Alabama finally out of contention. Kelly agrees. Pop says they claim this is the worst 4 teams, the best 4 teams, but it isn't. TCU not better than Alabama on their worst day. I still think, Bama's probably better than TCU, but again, they did it they met the criteria.
So TCU beat Michigan, then what are we saying? Are we saying it's a fluke? Or are we saying they were a better team? What are we saying?
I don't know. I'm saying probably still. I don't know.
Because the thing is, Alabama had too many close games this year. They wouldn't blow nobody out. Like I said, Texas. If our quarterback don't get hurt, they lose their game. So I'm saying it'd been 3 losses then. Then what we saying? Alabama still better than them?
No,
I think they all football players. They all in college. Even though we know SEC is a mecca, we all know that. But I don't think Alabama was that scared. I don't think people feared them this year. So I don't agree with that.
I had Mark, where were you at Sunday, man? I needed you, dog. I had this conversation with Pops and Anthony and A-Dub. I was telling them the exact same thing. I was like, they're not scary this year.
They're not. I think Michigan will beat Alabama. That's how I feel.
Gotcha. No, I agree, and I agree with Kelly saying here. Bama didn't have a good year. Love seeing them being treated like every other team. It is different this year. Bobby saying we're using TCU loses to make people feel like they shouldn't make it because they just lost. But I agree, 2-loss Bama shouldn't have jumped in.
I think this year Alabama. I think it's their decline. They didn't recover from this. I think they're gonna be that okay team again. I think it's over with. I think it's done. And it happens. It happens to the great teams after a long time. They're gonna fall. So I think it's that year. Is Georgia gonna be a team now for another like 5 years? I think Alabama, you had that ring. Like, bye, peace out. Just how it happens.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that is true, and I kind of see what you're saying though. It's like it's that one big team. Georgia, it would be so epic, finishing this off and going back to back and just kind of being like, all right, now being kind of like the premier program. That's what I'm looking forward to. It is funny though, out of these top 4 teams, I feel like Ohio State probably poses maybe the biggest threat to Georgia.
They don't stop it. You're not gonna do that right now. You're not gonna sit up there and do that. You know they have no chance against y'all. Stop it. We're not gonna do that. No. It's gonna be Georgia, Michigan. We know it's gonna happen.
Well, I know that's what I'm looking forward to for sure. But I don't know. I'm just saying Ohio State might be sneaky, but we got time to prepare for them. Our defense will shut them down, and we'll do our thing. So, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to definitely the playoffs. But that all happens on New Year's Eve. But so you guys got Georgia, Michigan as your final 2?
Yeah. Do y'all feel that the game's too far away? You think it's too much time in between?
That's the only thing is that I think these games are almost more interesting because of that time to prepare. So you can really kind of, I feel like these matchups end up being better and closer because, you do have more time to scheme and to figure things out and go deep on your opponent. And rest too, yeah. So I don't know though. I do feel like it is kind of far away.
Yeah, I just feel like your rhythm is kind of gone. I can see a week, but that's a long time, man. It's like, dang.
That is true. Rhythm does play a really big role in it, especially if you're in Michigan. You're coming off that big Ohio State win.
Exactly.
Georgia too. They just won the SEC championship too. You know what I mean?
But I don't think Georgia. I think they could have a month off and they'll come back still. I think they're the only team. But I think, like I said, like a Michigan, and they need their rhythm still kind of going. I think. Coming back, even though they're playing TCU, they should beat them. But if it was Ohio State, Michigan again, I'll be like, man, we need a little more time to get. You know what I'm saying? I want to do it now.
Yeah.
So it's just like that, but I don't know. Oh, I'm talking about Texas. Hey, when we get that Manning boy, that's when we're gonna be respectable. When we get that Manning boy, you go see next year. We gonna be real respectable.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm excited.
We gonna lose our running back though. That's the only thing I hate. We gonna get another running back. Benji gets out of there.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see Texas in the SEC, and I'm definitely excited to see
smack us. That's why you ready to see us.
It'll be cool though. We should go to that game the first time Georgia goes to Texas because I've never.
Anyway, I think we go to Georgia too. I'll go.
Yeah, I'm with that because I ain't going to Oklahoma.
You're not interested in that.
Yeah, I mean that's squad. That's my squad, but I ain't going to Oklahoma. We definitely model Texas and Georgia. I'm with both of those.
All right, let's do it. And yeah, I was hoping though some twist of fate that Georgia could end up in the Fiesta Bowl so we could just go see them in our own backyard. Because that wasn't meant to be.
Is this the first year the Fiesta Bowl been back in a while? Because it hasn't been a big bowl game in a while.
Yeah,
has it?
So it's the first time it's been a part of the college football playoff in like the last couple of years. Yeah.
Okay.
So usually it's just like part of that New Year's Day 6, but now it's part of the playoff this year. So
got it.
We'll see. And then the actual championship game will be in LA And we'll see. You know, maybe I don't know.
Oh no, man. LA right there, next door.
Yeah, we could just drive, sleep in the car. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll need all that money for tickets.
I know.
All right.
People
Gas
will
it
be
up.
able
Turn
to
the heat
purchase
on,
it,
dog. Turn the heat
exactly.
on. Don't take your shoes off. Keep your shoes on. We don't want no toe corn chips in there, you know.
Exactly. We'll make it work. We'll make it work somehow. But that's the college football playoff talk. We'll talk more about that as it gets closer. Lastly, for NFL talk, or sorry, for other sports talk, we have the World Cup update. We're down to the final 8 teams. That England France is going to be probably the best matchup out of these ones. I'm excited to see that.
Argentina
In there and Brazil. I hope they both make it through and go against each other. But we'll see. I know Anthony Wesson is big into the soccer this year too. So real quick, I want to continue the college football real quick and talk about Coach Prime. What did you guys think about Coach Prime going to Colorado of all places? What do you guys think?
That's big, man. Hey, people give him a hard time and all that, but that's big for him to do that. I'm happy for him. In the end of the day, he did what he's supposed to do with Jackson State. He made them noticeable. You got kids drafted from HBCU because the year before he got there, nobody got drafted. When he got there, they started getting drafted. They're going to be known. You know, I know some kids decommitted and everything like that. I understand that, but I still think he did a great job for them. But at the end of the day, this dude, he got kids. His son, you know what I'm saying? I don't think his son gonna get a good draft pick from Georgia State, even though he's a good quarterback. When you go to Colorado, you're playing against a big team, you're gonna get noticed a little bit more, and you got his draft go up a little bit more too. So, and at the end of the day, it's a challenge too. I don't think it's gonna be easy because Colorado Pac-12 it's gonna be a big difference.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he did what was best for him. I applaud him for doing that, man. So it's a good thing people are mad that he left because they know he's a good coach. So I'm good with it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, me and Pop talked about this on Sunday on my Miles' birthday. Again, happy birthday, Miles. But I
Sorry,
think
Miles, I owe you, Miles.
but I think too, like it's kind of weird for me. Like it's definitely a step up, right? You're going to a much bigger school, much bigger division. It's going to be a lot harder. But I kind of feel like he could have taken another job elsewhere too. Like I feel like I don't know if this was the one he was like, nah, I'm gonna wait to go somewhere higher or bigger or what. But I feel like he could have possibly gotten even a bigger school than Colorado, but I'm with Marcus though. I mean that's big time for him. He got to do what's best for his family. I loved his talk with his team too. I don't know if you guys saw the talk with his team. He he kept the A1 with him. You know what I mean? He was like, this is the business. This is what it is. He was like, I'm gonna ride this out. You know, to the end of the season, and then told him he didn't want the team to hear it from outside sources. He wanted to hear it from them first. So I think he did everything right. Kept everything under wraps until it was time to announce and. It's cool. Like I want to see how Colorado does. You know, saying over the next season.
And they didn't just happen. This been happened. They just probably just put it out there, but this has been in the making.
Okay.
So people don't. This been happened. Like this ain't been just.
Yeah, no, this didn't just happen. It's been weeks.
Yeah,
it's been weeks.
Yeah.
No, I like it, and I agree with you guys. It's a big move, but and I like that he's putting the spotlight on himself. You know, basically like to be like, hey, this is what I want to do. And putting the attention on those kids too, of like, here's how I do it too, the right way, and trying to bring up respectable gentlemen as well. So I think that's cool. The resources at Colorado is way different than what he's used to dealing with. So I think that's legit as far as the recruiting. But I think it was just like the right move for him, almost like how boxers pick their fights and they pick their spots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's almost like he didn't want to go too high. He's like, this is kind of the perfect spot for me. So if I can have that type of success, I don't have to maybe necessarily win a national championship, but I can sneak up and win a Pac-12 title or something and then take my next step. So we'll see. Pop says, I wish he would have waited for a better job, but he can coach and players will transfer there. Mom said, I thought it was wrong for him to tell the Colorado players to leave. He did tell them. He said he's bringing baggage with him, basically talking about the incoming transfers. And he was like, if that's what you need to do, then you better just go ahead and get yourself in the transfer portal. But I think it was more like a challenge to them.
Yeah, but that's why he's prime, though. Yeah. That makes him Deion Sanders. That's what it happens. Like
it's just like Caleb Williams to Oklahoma and leaving with Lincoln Riley. Like he's one of the he's a finalist for the Heisman this year. And until they lost, he was actually leading. You know what I'm saying? So they would have won that game. But but it's what happens. Like he played with Lincoln Riley. He was like, if Lincoln Riley is gone, I'm gone too. So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it is pretty funny, but he did keep it real with them. He didn't lie to them, and I think he's definitely going to bring change to Colorado, and he's putting the spotlight on them to be like, hey, come be a part of what we're doing, and we're going to compete. So
we'll see. And I think too, also why he didn't go to I know he's popped at a bigger, a better school. I think that's a perfect right now because it's gonna be a lot of pressure going to a bigger school. Like you gotta do something. They want something right then and there. Deion, he picked a school that's gonna be nice. It's cool. It's Pac-12. It wasn't as good, but he can get them there. But they don't. I know the first year they probably won't be that good. It takes a little time, because he didn't recruit this class coming in. So it's take a little time to get there. I think it's a perfect spot for him though, So I think he'll be all right in the Pac-12.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. And it gives him a chance to not have immediate results, but to build it up. So we'll see. I think they'll be competitive. Bobby said, I don't think he meant just kick rocks. It just looked like I'm bringing talent with me. If you're a starter, you had a role and you don't want to compete, then it may be best for you to leave. Yeah, I kind of took it like that too. Like, hey, if you're not with the program, go ahead and
that's a man up.
It's very interesting though. But I think I like it. And that was a big story for sure. The transfer portal has brought a different flavor to college football anyways. You know what I'm saying? It is like a free agency now. And a lot more players are hitting the transfer portal and getting opportunities to, go start somewhere else, go get more NIL money somewhere else. So it definitely changes the game a little bit for sure.
Hey, man, I'll go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm up super quick. I was just saying, not to mention, you know what I mean? Like, if I started at Grand Canyon University, I transferred to ASU year after. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can transfer schools for my education, there should be no reason why I can't transfer for sports too.
I like
it. At the end of the day, it's still a school.
Right. Supposedly. Don't get in the way of the money.
For real.
But Marcus,
no, I was going to change the subject. I'm looking at this picture. Is that my guy in the Messenger uniform? Is that
so Justin Verlander, the biggest free agent class of the year.
No.
He signed a 2-year, $86 million deal to go to the Mets.
When did this happen?
Crashing on the World Series. And I don't know, man. 2 years, that's just a lot of money for those final 2 years, potentially of his career. But yeah, that's your boy. He traded up on him.
I was looking like, no, that ain't him. That's not him. But it is. I'm hurt, dog.
So and the Mets recently they lost DeGrom to the Rangers. That was a big free agent move. So they wanted to kind of get another starter in there. So gave Verlander the big money, and then also Trey Turner from the Dodgers signed with the Phillies as a free agent for like 10 years, $330 million. So he cashed out too. But baseball starting to heat up now. The free agents are starting to move. But yeah, the Astros, man, they lost an ace there. So. I'm sorry, I had to break that one to you, Marcus.
Man, it hurts, man.
Yeah.
All good.
Last thing on here, I did have the Bruins. They actually just lost last night to the Vegas Golden Knights, but before that, they had a 14-game win streak at home, longest ever in the NFL history. So that's what's up, man. Congrats to them for being on such a hot streak like that. And yeah, that was pretty much it for this week. I know we went a little bit over, but glad we got to break down that football talk and also the college football playoff. That was a lot to take in. Definitely wanted to get your guys' opinions about that top four and how that shook out. So
yeah, it's gonna be exciting though. It's gonna be really exciting.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely ready for it, but it's like it's cool. It's good to have a couple Saturdays open. You know what I'm saying? Not have the Georgia games. You know what I'm saying? Not have so much college football. Just got to get this holiday prep right. So you know what I'm saying? Got to get it together because it's gonna go fast. But definitely appreciate the family being with us. Anything you guys want to do or say real quick before we sign off here?
No.
I think no.
I'm sorry again, Miss Stephanie, about that. Don't charge it to my head, not my heart.
Yeah.
I love you, Miss Stephanie.
Kirstie Alley, she passed away.
I know that hurt too, man. Yeah, man, she was big time, man. Like people don't realize, like our generation, I grew up with her. Look Who's Talking, Cheers, that was like the time. Take Two, yeah, man. She was big, man. Like she was a big deal. So I seen it last night. I was like, dang, man. Like it kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah. That one definitely did.
I'm definitely watching Cheers tonight before I go to bed. Everybody knows your name.
That's real.
Pour one out for her. Bobby said we can keep going. It's all good. But we like to keep it concise, Bobby. But we appreciate you definitely rocking with us. And I know you're ready to see the Chiefs do some work this week though and get bounced back for sure. But all right, we'll leave it there. Let's see. Secure the Bag Week 14 picks on Thursday again at 12:30. Check that out. At noon. At 12 noon. So check that out. Make sure you get your picks in on the Yahoo to compete for those squares. Congrats again to Miss Stephanie on that one. Yep. And we'll continue to watch the news front, and we'll be back next week for 172. But until then, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shizzy.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Taco Tuesday. Remember that.